Hello beautiful souls, Antoinette here from Antoinette Intuitive Tarot and Jewellery. So I have one last deck that's arrived late because everything was lastminute.com for me this year, don't ask why. But I have the Halloween Oracle, so I thought I'd quickly do a little unboxing and flip through. As normal, I've taken the outside polythene off because it's just a lot easier than trying to struggle on screen for you. We'll have a quick look and see what's in the deck, and then hopefully I have enough time this evening to shoot off and use it myself. So if you're watching this and you like what you're seeing, please remember to hit the subscribe button, and there's also somewhere in the bottom there's a little bell. If you hit that one as well, you'll then be notified as soon as my stuff uploads if you're liking what you're seeing. Obviously, because it's Halloween, we're doing a lot more Halloween themed, darker looking decks, and that's my plan, is to get all my dark decks loaded first, and then I'll start loading up all my other decks in my collection as we move through the year. However, the rest aren't really themed for, I don't have Christmas decks and things. Well, I don't have Christmas decks yet. I don't know if I will, but you never know, it depends what comes out and how tempted I am with the artwork. So without further ado, let's get on and look at my cards. I don't have a camera that allows me to flip forwards and backwards, so bear with me with this setup. Let me just, I've got a new camera holder, so I know there's somebody watching who's probably having a little chuckle at me trying to do this, but it's the best I can do. So there we are. Okay, so we have orange inside. We have a book. Oh, orange base. Oh, I'm not a big fan of that when that happens. So the cards don't fit the box, which means they shake around. When that happens, I tend to keep the polythene wraps when I store them, because I have that many decks. I don't use them all very often. Let's look at the book first, shall we? So this is quite a small book compared to yesterday's Saimhain Oracle for Witches, and it's got little pictures, Halloween-esque, not scary, and it's black and white. So Stacey DeMarco's deck, contents pages. Okay, some information about the night. I'll have a read of that later and see how much I recognise. So we have a bit about using the deck. We have a couple of spreads in here. What's that one? The Jack of Lanterns Divination. I don't think I've seen one called that before. The heart of the issue, the hidden issue, the major obstacle, the main fear, the solution. What will happen if you engage in the solution? Hopefully, good things. So dedicating your cards. So it's a little ritual there if you're into doing rituals. And then we go into the cards, which, as you see, so it's a page per card. I can't see immediately anything jumping out at me to say that they are reversible, but let's just have a quick look at card 1, because we're going to be looking at that one shortly. So I walk in their footsteps, their wisdom inside me remains. I am unique, yet carry a legacy. Their blood runs in my veins. And it's the ancestor, and I haven't got my glass on, so I can't read what it says on the card, so let's have a look here. The love and legacy of our DNA. Okay. So let's take that one off. Just do the second because they're new. Okay, some of them might be a bit sticky. Let's just see what happens. It's squeaky. Okay, so we have the fronts, the backs. I'm not so keen on, and no gilding. Yeah, so I'll be probably edging these at some point with something. Not sure yet. Perhaps I might try out that candy red ink pad. So let's see, we have the ancestors, the apple, risk and reward, balm brack, sweetness and synergy, the black cat, fortune meets opportunity. I like the picture in the background. The cauldron, synergy and healing. Yeah, because that's where we make things to make us feel better. Dawn, the light after the darkness. Death, the eternal cycle begins here. eternal love. Love is love, and it transcends physical death. Forgiveness, reducing a burden. Ghost, regret. Graveyard, unnecessary fear. Actually, that card is in the Samhain Oracle for Witches. I don't know if the meanings are the same, but I had that one. That was in my pull today, actually. The Hearth, happiness in our hearts and homes. I do love a good fire. Invisibility, authenticity. The jack-o'-lantern for protection. I think we all know that these are, for many years now, put out to ward off evil spirits and to light the way for ancestors. Joy, rejoicing in the present. Lady de los Muertos, acceptance and equality. That reminds me, I do need to put my Los Muertos deck on as well. The Lamp, remembrance. Midnight, the most magical hour of all. Mummy, change. Night Song, hidden talents. Owl, wise seeing, wise action. That's nice. That goes with the moon diary that I have actually in all the owl correspondences for next year. Scrying, intuition. Yes. Do you know, I was just talking to my friend and she's just purchased herself a gorgeous crystal ball. I'm very jealous. The skeleton for strength. The skull of darkness, blind spots. Skull of flowers, creating through the ashes. Skull of light, illumination. The skull of stars, infinite possibilities. Oh, nearly threw that one across the wheel. Spider, community and web weaving. Trick or treat. Mischief and play. Not tonight, because we're in lockdown and people aren't allowed to knock on the doors, sadly. Underworld, where all things pause and begin again. Vampire, emotional intelligence. The Veil for the future. Werewolf, exploring wilderness. Winter, the sacredness of pausing. The Witch, the earthly weaver of the worlds. And we have the Zombie for control. Now I have to be honest, I wasn't sure if I was going to like this deck, but I certainly enjoy the images and I do quite like those messages that are on these. I'm just less a fan of the backs, so I might have to look up some videos on how to alter the backs. So they're a bit sticky, so I'll need to get my card powder onto these so that they move a bit better. I think after lots of use they ease up as well. They are not overly thick, they're standard. I mean, it wasn't an expensive deck, so you can't be too upset with the quality that you get. So there we go. So perfect for tonight. The Veil for the future. Should we see what the book says about that? Let's just make her stand up. So luckily the book is in alphabetical, so a little rhyme that goes with this one. There is a misty curtain that divides us all. The veil that is night thins. Transparent the weave becomes, and the future no longer dims. So the ancient Celts used to call the time of the longest night of the year Saimhain, or pronounced Samhain. They believed that there was a misty veil that separated the world from the dead and living, but on 2 nights of the year, so on Samhain and Beltane, or as we still celebrate a May Day celebration in the UK. And on these 2 occasions, the veil would thin. The fineness of the veil meant the ancestors were closer than ever, and even the gods would be close. This would mean that the communications from the dead were more likely to occur, and that divination, where the divine speaks through something, would be more effective. So while using this oracle, as the veil lifts, know that the other worlds are close. Listen in particular to what messages may come forth around your future. Look to what you want to happen, plan, set intentions, think big. Well, I shall be doing that most certainly, because it's a full moon tonight. I'm not having a party, therefore I have found an online meditation which I'll be doing with the Stockton Spiritual Club, and I'm looking forward to doing that one today. And also a few other things I have planned just to mark in and do some journaling and my own spreads for tonight's moons. and the energies of this evening. So have a blessed Halloween, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in November.